What if you could wake up tomorrow morning and the solution to a problem that's been haunting you for weeks was just there? This isn't some kind of magic, it's a proven technique of your own subconscious mind. And the best part? All the work happens while you're fast asleep. Think about it. How many times have you gone to bed with a heavy heart, your mind spinning with worries, debts, doubts, and fears? How often have you closed your eyes, just wishing that something, anything, would be different by morning? What if I told you that this change isn't just possible but probable, that there is a quiet, almost invisible, yet incredibly powerful way to reprogram your reality while the rest of the world is silent? What I am about to reveal in this video goes far beyond any common manifestation technique. This is an awakening. It's a reunion with the most forgotten and most underestimated power that exists within you, the creative force of your subconscious. Joseph Murphy often said that your subconscious is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant in it, thoughts, emotions, images, will inevitably sprout sooner or later. And it's at night, when the defenses of your conscious mind finally lower, that this soil opens up completely, ready to receive the seeds of your new reality. But here is the crucial point that almost everyone misses. Most people fall asleep planting seeds of fear, anxiety, and doubt. They don't realize it, but they are actively cultivating the very life they desperately want to leave behind. This is why they wake up tired, confused, and stuck in the exact same cycle of scarcity and lack. What I will show you today is how to break that cycle, how to transform the moment you fall asleep, that seemingly ordinary instant, into a direct portal to the infinite field of possibilities. You don't need candles or complex rituals. You just need presence and a small shift in how you connect with your inner world before you drift off. It's simple yet profoundly transformative. Because when you learn to direct your subconscious mind at the right moment, it becomes your greatest ally, a faithful servant that works for you all night long, shaping pathways, inspiring ideas, and opening doors that seemed permanently closed. Just imagine for a second, what if, while you sleep, the universe began to orchestrate everything you need? What if, instead of waking up with the weight of your problems, you opened your eyes feeling a lightness you've never felt before? Because something deep inside you has finally started to shift. This is exactly what will happen when you grasp the power of the practice I'm going to teach you today. And the most impressive part? The process is effortless. It happens naturally. The subconscious isn't convinced by force or mechanical repetition. It is moved by emotion, by the vivid picture you hold within yourself. At night, as the body rests and the world quiets down, the subconscious awakens. It begins to act like an immense mirror, reflecting back to you everything you truly believe yourself to be. Therefore, this video is more than an explanation. It is an invitation. An invitation for you to experience, starting tonight, the silent power that Joseph Murphy called scientific prayer. Not a plea to an outside force, but a direct communication with the creative power inside you. An intimate conversation between you and the divine intelligence that dwells within. So, if you feel that something is blocking your flow, if the answers seem distant, or if life keeps repeating patterns you don't understand, this is the moment to listen until the very end. Because the final revelation I'm going to share is the most powerful of all, and it will show you why some requests manifest with such ease, while others seem to never arrive. And before we continue, I want to ask you something simple but important. If this theme resonates with you, if something inside you knows it's possible to live in harmony with the power of your subconscious, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This helps more people awaken to this truth and ensures that the universe, yes, the universe itself, continues to send you messages just like this one. And if you want to go even deeper into this practice and discover how to apply it in your life in a guided way, click the link in the first pinned comment. There, I've prepared something that will help you access your creative power before sleep in a practical and transformative way. Now, take a deep breath. Because the journey that begins right here could completely change the way you relate to your own mind and to the energy that shapes your destiny. While the world sleeps, something sacred is happening inside of you. The boundaries between the conscious and the subconscious begin to dissolve. Thoughts become images, and images become pure energy. In this state, the subconscious, this silent force that commands every beat of your heart, every step of your destiny, gets to work. It doesn't sleep. It just waits for you to tell it what you want to create. But what do most people do in this sacred moment? They close their eyes, reliving the pains of the day, the fears of tomorrow, the debts, the worries, the arguments. They take all of that to their pillow, and without realizing it, they ask the subconscious to recreate the exact same scenario the next day, and it obeys. Joseph Murphy said the subconscious is a faithful servant, but it has no discernment. It doesn't judge, it doesn't analyze, it doesn't decide. It simply accepts what you feel with conviction. It doesn't understand the difference between what is real and what is imagined. It only manifests what you give it with emotion. This is why the moment before sleep is so powerful. It's when the conscious mind begins to quiet down and the subconscious takes control. Now imagine what happens if instead of handing it fear, you hand it faith. If instead of anxiety, you offer trust. If instead of reliving problems, you choose to visualize solutions. Your subconscious will begin to reorganize everything around you. The right people will show up, unexpected opportunities will arise, perfect coincidences will manifest, and you will begin to live what Murphy called a natural miracle. A miracle that doesn't come from outside, but from the creative power within you. The subconscious mind is like the unseen field of a seed. Everything you plant there grows, but the harvest depends entirely on the seed. That's why, before you sleep, you must learn to plant the right image. And the question is, what have you been planting before you fall asleep? If you fall asleep thinking about what's missing, the subconscious understands lack as your reality and reproduces it. If you fall asleep giving thanks as if you have already received, it understands that abundance is your nature, and it begins to act accordingly. All the subconscious needs is a clear order, charged with true emotion. Murphy taught that emotion is the language of the subconscious. The rational mind speaks in words, but the subconscious speaks in feelings. That's why you don't need to force anything. You just need to feel it as if it were already real. Before sleeping, calmly visualize what you desire, but not as a distant request. See it, feel it, live it as if it's happening right now. Imagine yourself waking up with a sense of relief. See the bill paid, the message arriving, the door opening, the yes you've been waiting for. Feel this as truth. It is this feeling that communicates with the invisible power that directs the universe. And here is the secret that turns this technique into something almost miraculous. When you fall asleep, immersed in an image of faith, the subconscious takes that image as a divine command. It begins to work incessantly while you sleep, reorganizing thoughts, emotions, and even external circumstances to make real what you have accepted as true. While the body rests, the subconscious remains awake, and it's in this state that it acts with its greatest strength. It connects ideas, inspires solutions, dissolves energetic blocks, and opens paths that, on a rational level, seemed impossible. When you awaken, the synchronicities begin to appear. It's life responding to the vibration you sent out. Joseph Murphy used to say that imagination is the creative power of God operating within man, and he was right. What you intensely imagine with emotion and conviction transforms sooner or later into your physical experience. It's a law, the law of belief. and the night is the perfect portal to activate it. But there's something almost no one talks about. Before sleep, what truly blocks manifestation isn't doubt, it's attachment. When you desire something with desperation, the subconscious understands that the desire comes from lack. It vibrates scarcity, and scarcity repeats itself. The secret is to state the desire and then let go, to feel that it is already yours, and to sleep in peace with the certainty that the universe is handling the details. Have you ever noticed that your greatest ideas, your most creative solutions, and even the answers you couldn't find during the day often appear in the morning? It's because your subconscious was working for you during your sleep. It's as if it does what your conscious mind cannot. It finds the invisible pathways. This is precisely why what you do in the minutes before you fall asleep defines your tomorrow. The subconscious is shaped by the last impressions of the conscious mind. If you end the day with fear, fear repeats. But if you end it with faith, the subconscious creates realities based on that faith. Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine. What would your life be like if, starting today, you went to sleep with the absolute certainty that the universe is working in your favor? What would it be like to wake up every day with the feeling that something has changed, and changed for the better? This isn't empty optimism. This is subconscious reprogramming. And when you understand this, everything changes. You stop fighting against life and start to flow with it. You stop asking and start allowing. Because the truth is, you don't need to convince the universe. It is already responding to your vibration. What you need is to align that vibration with what you wish to experience. And the most powerful way to do this is in the silence of the night, in the space between the body relaxing and sleep beginning to arrive. Right there, between the conscious and the subconscious, you access the point of creation. It's the instant the doors of the subconscious swing wide open. In that moment, tell yourself calmly and with emotion, I have already received it. Everything is being resolved. I trust. Repeat these words until you feel a lightness taking over you. It's not the sound of the words that matters. It's the feeling they awaken. When you feel it's already true, the subconscious accepts it as real and begins to act. Murphy explained that the subconscious doesn't operate on time. It doesn't understand tomorrow or someday. For the subconscious, everything is now. Therefore, your role is to emotionally live what you desire as if it is already happening. Sleeping in the vibration of it is done is the key that unlocks every door. And the most beautiful part of this practice is that it requires no effort, no control. The subconscious operates by natural laws. It simply reflects. If you give it love, it creates experiences of love. If you give it gratitude, it surrounds you with reasons to be thankful. If you give it trust, it responds with security and flow. But if you give it fear, it just amplifies the fear. This is why sleeping in peace is one of the most powerful ways to transform your entire life. Because by falling asleep in peace, you give a silent order to the universe. I trust you. And that trust creates an energy field where everything flows with greater ease. So before you sleep tonight, turn off the lights, breathe deeply, and close your eyes. Imagine a golden light surrounding you. This light is the symbol of the divine presence that dwells within you, the infinite intelligence Joseph Murphy spoke of so often. This light is the power of your subconscious. Now imagine that everything that was worrying you begins to dissolve within this light. The problems become small, distant, and in their place, a feeling of relief and gratitude emerges. Feel this peace grow inside you. Give thanks, as if the miracle has already happened, because in that moment, it truly has begun. And while you sleep, this light continues to work. It moves through people, through circumstances, through possibilities. It finds paths you never imagined, because the subconscious knows no limits. It is part of the universal mind itself. And here comes the final revelation, the most powerful of all. You are not just a being who manifests, you are the power that creates. The same principle that moves stars and makes the sun rise is the principle that inhabits you. When Joseph Murphy said, "You are the master of your destiny," he wasn't speaking in metaphor. He was speaking in law. What you project within yourself at night manifests as reality in the morning. It is simple, yet it is divine. And your subconscious is the direct channel between you and the creative power of the universe. Use it with love, with wisdom, and with faith. And remember, if you want to learn how to activate this power every single night in a deep and guided way, click the link in the first pinned comment. There you will discover how to transform your time of rest into a vibrational field of miracles. Because when you learn to talk to your subconscious before you sleep, the entire universe begins to listen and to respond. And when you awaken the next day, something is different. It might seem subtle, almost imperceptible at first. A light feeling, a sudden intuition, a different thought, but that is the first manifestation of the new vibration you planted before sleeping. The subconscious quietly begins to reorganize your world. It adjusts your perception, attracts new opportunities, and guides your steps without you even noticing. It's as if life suddenly starts to collaborate with you. You get up and feel that something inside you is calmer. That constant anguish seems to have lessened. You don't know how yet, but you feel that everything will be resolved. And that simple feeling is the seed of the miracle, because the subconscious only needs one thing to act: faith. Not blind faith, but felt faith, lived faith. The kind Joseph Murphy called the consciousness of the thing desired. It is this inner state, this sense of invisible possession, that turns the unseen into the seen. It's the quiet certainty that what you desire is already being accomplished. And the most extraordinary thing is that this certainty doesn't come from outside. It is born within you, like a light switching on in the darkness. The subconscious is a perfect mirror. It reflects what you believe to be true about yourself. And at night, when the conscious mind is silent, that mirror becomes clean, transparent, ready to reflect whatever image you choose to show it. That's why, when you fall asleep believing in a new you, the universe begins to reorganize everything to make that image real. Think, how many times have you gone to sleep feeling defeated, only to wake up even more tired? That's not a coincidence. It's the power of your mind working against you because you sowed anguish instead of faith. But when you change what you plant, you change what you harvest. And when you start to sleep with the feeling that everything is working out, the subconscious creates the perfect conditions for it to happen. Joseph Murphy explained that sleep is the bridge between the visible and the invisible world. When the body falls asleep, the mind awakens to the spiritual realm, the field where everything already exists in potential. It is there that your beliefs are converted into form, that your desires are transformed into events. Sleep is, in truth, a silent prayer. So what you tell yourself before sleeping is a prayer. Even if you don't realize it, every thought, every emotion, every mental image is a message sent to the creative power within you, and it always answers. When you understand this, sleep stops being a simple rest. It becomes a sacred ritual. You no longer lie down carrying the weight of the day. Instead, you surrender everything you cannot control to the power that knows the way. You fall asleep not with fear, but with faith. And that faith is the gateway. Now imagine, tonight when the silence falls and the world drifts off, you will close your eyes and feel something different. You will breathe deeply and tell yourself, I surrender, I trust, I have already received. And in that instant you will feel a peace wash over your chest, a lightness, a certainty that comes not from the mind, but from the soul. This is the feeling of being in tune with the power of the subconscious. It's as if, for a brief moment, you remember who you truly are, a spark of the divine, with the power to create worlds simply by what you believe. And when you wake up tomorrow, look around with new eyes. Pay attention to the signs. Sometimes the miracle doesn't arrive as flashing lights and fireworks. It arrives as a coincidence, a conversation, an intuition, an opportunity that seemed small but opens up a whole new direction. The universe speaks in subtleties. But the most important thing is that even if nothing outside seems to have changed yet, you have changed. And when you change on the inside, the world has no choice but to reflect that change. Life starts to become lighter, things flow, the answers come, and what once seemed impossible begins to happen naturally, as if the universe was just waiting for the moment you finally believed. Remember, it's not how much you want something that manifests it, but how much you believe it is already yours. That is the key. Every single night, you have a new chance to reprogram your mind, to erase old beliefs and plant new truths. And the most beautiful part is that the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. A moment will come when you'll lie down, and without effort, your body and mind will already know the path. To give thanks, to feel, and to trust. And sleep will cease to be an escape from reality and will become your most powerful moment of creation. So, tonight, before you close your eyes, don't take your worries to bed. Take the certainty that there is a power inside you that never fails. A power that is already at work, reorganizing everything, opening paths, inspiring people, and guiding you to what is yours by right. Just trust. The seed has been planted. The soil of the subconscious is fertile. The miracle has already begun. And when the morning comes, wake with gratitude. Give thanks even before you see the result. Because when you give thanks in advance, you affirm to the universe that you have already received. And that is the vibration that opens all doors. Joseph Murphy said, "Believe in the reality of your desire and watch the miracle happen." This is the eternal truth. Everything you believe with emotion and conviction manifests. So, do not doubt the power that dwells within you. Use your nights as the sacred altar where your desires are transformed into realities. Your sleep is your spiritual laboratory. And when you sleep with faith, the universe conspires in silence to deliver you exactly what you believe you deserve. Now, if you felt something awaken inside you while listening to this video, if something in your heart recognizes this truth, don't let it fade. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel. This shows the universe that you are ready to continue this journey of expansion and manifestation. And if you want to take the next step and discover how to apply this technique in a guided and profound way, click the link in the first pinned comment. There you will learn how to turn every night into a portal of creation, where the impossible begins to become inevitable. Because when you learn to trust your subconscious, you no longer wait for miracles. You live within them.